You know, I just got back from Uzbekistan, of all places. And, you know, Americans typically have this high and mighty idea of their country being the best. And I'm an American, and I think America is the best in its own way. However, I walked around Samarkand, Uzbekistan, at all these ancient buildings and mosques. I'm a history nerd. I like to see all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I just saw, like, young married families, 20, 22, 23, men and women holding hands, pushing prams with their kids and stuff. And I thought, this is incredible. Yeah. Like, how much economic prosperity, how much military power, how many sports events, how many celebrities would you trade for that? Well, one civilization has a future and one doesn't, going at the direction the West is going in. And I'm not talking about America, I'm talking about the West in general. That includes Australia, almost all of Europe. And yeah, it's extremely upsetting. So I know you're asking me how I get laid, and I just got into geopolitical
cultural decay.
How fucked the world is. But,
it's like it's totally fine because I see like this is a freaking problem, bro. Like
it's a massive problem.
Guys don't even want to freaking. It's so hard to talk to girls because in their mind it's like, well, they want all this stuff and I don't have it. And it's like you should be able to fall in love or meet someone just off of like at the supermarket, and you see them and you just go, hi, I think you're very beautiful. I want to talk to you.
But it's exactly what he said.
You should be able to do that.
But that's not, if women are exposed to an unrealistic expectation of what they deserve, they showed a study that 95% of women are being, 5% of men are getting 95% of women. That means that there's 95% of men who are just out there looking, and every girl's saying, you're not good enough. Even though they're a 6 and the guy's a 6 or whatever it is, the girl who's a 6 believes she deserves a 10 now because she goes on Instagram and she gets a ton of attention.
But you know where they meet? And you just, it's community.
Yes.
That's where you meet your partner. But that's such a limiting ability. That the problem is the internet exposes you to everything. So you can meet women all over, but you're not going to, like, this is not a face you're going to swipe right on.
No.
There's a face that you're like, how do I call the police? He's looking in the window.
so, but if you talk to like church, it's a different
That literally is the difference. It's meeting people in person. And I was on stage and I asked a couple, they were dating, and I said, how did you guys meet? Did you guys meet online? They said, no, in church. And the room stopped and applauded
Great.
them. And it shows that places like that where you're in a community, that's where you can meet a woman. That's where the actual relationships develop and breed.
You know, just the ultimate fact here is that, did you know people who go to church or a religious institution weekly live significantly longer than people who don't?
It's the community factor of it.
Yes.
Yeah. Doesn't matter what the religion is. If they go to a religious meeting one time per week, it's something nuts, like 9 years or something.
It's one of the biggest indicators of living longer.
And that's why I tell. But think about it. This damn thing. You're home where you don't have, bro.
You're
you
isolated.
could gamble. You could order food. You could launch website. You could do everything with this thing. And once that's there, bro, look at girls porn. You're staying home. I saw videos. I forgot which montage it was. I think we might have played it on the podcast. Girls were like, nobody's talking to us. She's like, I'm walking around. Where are the dudes? They're home freaking on OnlyFans and they're hooking up with, you know what I mean?
And I give advice to young men all the time, and you know, the advice I give, people don't think it's palatable, and it's not palatable to say things like, you know, to say things like you shouldn't be watching porn at all. You shouldn't be doing it at all. If there's cheap, horrible processed food at home all the time, you're not going to go out and hunt for some prime benefits. You know what I mean? You want to be actually meeting girls in real life. You want to be. And I'm a big advocate for this, and you know, shoot me because you know a lot of institutions don't like me saying this. I'm a big fan of having kids early. I feel like if a woman, let's say, a woman's destiny is to, because every porn star, every OnlyFans girl, every single hoe in Miami was once just a virgin who met her first boyfriend, right? If they had got pregnant and she had got pregnant with a child and had that child, I feel like in a lot of cases that would have halted the destructive path that she set herself on. You know what I mean? So I mean, shoot me. I'm a abortion should be illegal guy. I always have been an abortion should be illegal guy. You know, I feel like there's so many when they're bringing back the U.S. draft, saying you know there's a possibility that all these young men may have to go fight in a war because the country's at risk. Everyone's like, yeah, well that's okay. And I say, well, the country's at risk because we're not having babies and there's a declining population and, you know, the institutions are failing, the birth rates are a record low. So maybe, just maybe, we should ask women to actually carry their kids to full term. It's like, oh, there we go. That's when I get in trouble.
Yeah,
and I'm like, well, I'm
interesting
not.
that's the thing that offends people.
But I'm with you. I'm with you because I saw I sent this to Rob during one of our podcasts. It was, somebody was like, the birth rate isn't declining. We're at record high abortions in a year. People are just killing babies, and it's just like a regular business. It's like 2,000, like the birth rate drop. It's like, bro, if you're only having 300,000, 500,000, and then the abortion is 1.4 million, bro.
Since the year 2000 till now, do you know how many aborted babies babies have been aborted in the United States?
From 2020 till now.
From 2020.
Till now.
No, from 2000 till now.
2000 till 26 years.
Yeah. The answer on official records is 21 million.
That's insane.
21 million extra people. That's 8-9% of the population.
And that's
increase.
official records. That's not showing people.
Bingo.
A lot of the stuff is.
Yeah, people who go to Mexico, people who don't record it, people who are doing this backstreet stuff. So I'm just like, man, we've lost an entire generation.
I'll tell you,
so upset.
You're right, and it pisses me off too.
I used to have conversations with people early on, in, like when I was trying to figure out abortion, what it meant to me, whatever, all this stuff. And if I talked to people 20 years ago, the normal sentiment was, oh my God, late-term abortion is automatically wrong. There should be term limits. Everyone agreed that at some point the fetus is a child. Nowadays, I talk to people and they're like, I don't care. It's up to the woman. They can do it at 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, right before it comes out, as it's coming out. There's been like a real moral decay in the value of life in general. I always say, if you can do that, then you can decay the value of anything.